this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. So excited about that. We have a brand new launch for you today. It's you can see here something you may recognize, but totally different, and we're going to run through it with you today. On this live launch today, we've got Emily making sure that everything is running smoothly on this flight. Hi, Emily.
Morning.
How are you this Wednesday?
Happy it's Wednesday.
Happy it's Wednesday. I think everyone is. And then our in-flight entertainment, we have the lovely Rachel.
Good morning.
Hi, Rachel.
Good morning.
I'm very excited for this.
Because
these were, when we first launched these collections, they were 3 of the best sellers, and they are, you can see why, because they are absolutely stunning when we get into them. A couple of reminders. Mother's Day is just around the corner, so pop onto the hub for some ideas on there. And don't forget to submit your makes. Maybe submit your Mother's Day cards, what you've been making, whether you've been crafting to sell or crafting for your lovely mums. Let us know. Head over to the hub, add your things on there, and then maybe you'll be the next people to appear on Hunky Dory TV when we go through your makes. That would be absolutely lovely. Win It Weekly. We do this every single week here at Hunky Dory. We give you the chance to win some incredible prizes, and this week's Win It Weekly is an amazing stamp set. It is our filigree flower stamp set collection. You get 4 stamps in here, and they're really realistic, beautiful flowers with a really large sentiment on all of them. They're worth £24. We're going to have 5 winners, and we're going to announce the winners in Friday's show. But if you want to win those stamps, what you need to do is you need to like, share, comment on this video with the answer to the question, what is the symbolic colour of Lent? Is it A, red, B, violet, or C, gold? We were talking about this on Monday, weren't we, Rach? Because I was like, I have no clue. The only thing I know about Lent is that most times when you're younger, your parents make you not eat chocolate so they can save some money. And
Till Easter.
Yeah. And then you get a big Easter egg at the end of it anyway.
Then you can eat lots more chocolate.
Don't eat chocolate for a month, but then we're going to feed you with chocolate on Easter Sunday. But Rachel said something really interesting, that it could be something to do with the colours of the priest's robes.
Yeah.
Which I actually think is probably right, because I do remember that they would change depending on the festivals that were sort of coming and going. So maybe you know the answer, maybe you know the reason. Let us know. Put your comments in the comments section. There you go. And maybe we'll have a little gander. We'll have a read on. But do say hello, and we'll get in touch with you later. But let's move on to today's show, because it is really cool. Let's have a look at a little bit of VT. I was just looking through the comments then, and someone commented to say that she bought herself a Mother's Day present.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
No, at least, Rachel, you're not going to get some flowers that Sam just thought, oh my gosh, it's Mother's Day tomorrow.
Petrol
I need to get
station.
something quick. You're actually going to get something that you like. So she bought herself some handbooks, which is a really nice present. I love that. So the first book of our Deluxe Craft Pads is Deco Wonder. So these craft pads are really, really good. Basically, you get a whole sort of collection, everything you need in a pad. An A4 pad, and you can just flick through it, see everything. On the back, you've got the layout, so you know what coordinates with what, from the toppers through to the cardstock and the inserts. It's all foiled inside, which is absolutely beautiful. You're not sort of, just because it's in a pad, you're not sort of losing out on the magic of the foiling in there. But this is the Deco Wonder one. So let's have a look inside. You can see here that you've got the beautiful toppers, and these are all sort of the same size. They're not shrunk or anything like you would normally get if you see sort of toppers in pad form. They're all really large toppers. You've got beautiful sentiments that run throughout. So you get 4 different toppers in the pad, as you can see, with that stunning deco artwork. The really beautiful accent foiling as well. You've got borders, you've got strips in here, you've got little these really nice element toppers that I love to use instead of gemstones. And then moving on, you've got your foiled cardstock. So you've got a foiled cardstock which coordinates with each topper. So you can see here, the foiling in this is just beautiful. It really, you can really see it when you have it on this pad, because when you move it into the light, this one is so pretty. All those stars are beautifully foiled.
I just love their dresses.
Oh, it's so,
They're so detailed.
I was saying to Dan the other day, I was born in the wrong era. We were watching something. I think we might have been watching Grease actually.
Yeah.
But I was just saying I would have loved to live in a different era where you dressed up to go on a date. You wore a suit, a fancy dress.
I know, now it's just like jeans, t-shirt.
I know. Well, we have dates and I'm just wearing my pyjamas, Rach. Don't leave the house. But you've got your plain cardstock, and then moving on, you go into your insert section, and you have all the coordinating inserts, which are muted versions of that cardstock. If I fold it this way, I might be able to show you better. But you have all of those in there too. The great thing about these is that look how thin they are. They are so super thin. They're not going to take up much room in your craft area. You've got everything you need. So if you're flicking through all of your books, you can just go, this is what I need. You've got your cardstock, your toppers, your inserts, everything. You just pull it out, make a card. And the even better thing about this is that you're not paying the topper price that you would pay if you got a collection. You're paying £11.99 for this, and I'm pretty sure they're on a good deal as well. They are. If you want to get the multi-buy, you're going to get 2. You're going to get 3 for the price of 2. So you're going to save £11.99, so £23.98 for all 3 pads that we're going to show you. What we're going to do is we're going to go through one pad, and then we're going to go over to Rachel, and then we'll go through to the next one. So let's head over to Rachel and see what you could be making if you get this Deco Wonder Deluxe Craft Pad at home today.
So I've got my pad, and I haven't actually took anything out yet.
Oh!
I was like, I don't want to take it out. So I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to carefully take that out, and then I'm going to leave the toppers in. So
oh, that's a good idea actually, because you can just pop them out, can't you?
Exactly. And then the rest that I don't use, they're still all nice. So first of all, I'm just going to cut this lady out, because she just wants to be cut out.
She does.
I'm just going to cut that little bit, and I'm just going to move my blade over so I'm not actually cutting off her dress. And then I'm just going to get my craft knife, and we're going to just cut around her. And then, so then she is going to sit on the front of my card. And I'm just going to carefully go around her hair. Even her hair's all details as well.
I know.
So lovely.
It's so cool. It is really, really pretty. The foiling on here is just beautiful.
Right. I'm just going to cut around her glass as well. And then round arm.
Lots of people are loving these pads. They've already got the pads. They're loving this collection. It's one of the most beautiful collections I think we've ever done. So when we were looking at what we wanted to do with our Deluxe Craft Pads, we said, do you know what? Let's bring out our best selling collections. Let's bring them back for people who absolutely love them to get again. And I think it was such a good idea because they are.
Definitely was.
It's so pretty and luxurious, and just at the moment as well when we're not really doing much.
Yeah.
It's just lovely.
It is nice. I think I was on maternity leave when all 3 of these launched. So it's actually really nice to come back
you
to
won't
it.
have seen them.
Yeah. And like, oh, yeah, I get to actually work on these now. Right. So I've got some gold mirror, so I'm just going to cut that down to 7 by 7, and then.
Oh, Cheryl says you're right, Rachel. It's definitely to do with the priest robes.
Oh! I've actually got something right.
I know. But actually,
what is this?
We actually do have things in our
That's
brain.
Brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was because I remember going at Christmas, and he was wearing a different colour, and then when we went round Easter, the priest was wearing a different colour then. And I was like, what is this? Like, he's got so many outfits. Now I know why. Right, so I've also got a bit of ink me card. So I've already cut this down to 5 by 7. Now I'm just going to score it. I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inch and 2.5. So then we've just got that little stepper to go on the card. I'm just going to cut that out. And then leave that down there. I'm just going to fold these, and then I'm going to use just some double-sided tape to stick that to the card bank, and then we're going to stick everything on. I just need to cut down my lady as well, so she can go on there.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got any tips on using a craft knife?
Craft knives, you have to be super sharp. If they're not sharp, it is a real struggle because it starts to sort of pull on your paper. I would say when you're sort of like going to cut something out, I don't know about you, Rachel, but I kind of do it on like an angle.
Yeah, I think like you writing properly.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
like you hold the craft knife like you're doing some really posh writing, like your best handwriting you've ever done, and the pressure from your finger needs to kind of be on the top of the knife. So then when you put it in, you know it's going to cut through all of those layers. Sometimes as well, I just put the craft knife in like straight down to check that it's gone through before I go on with my craft knife, because then I know that it's definitely cut through all of those papers. But yeah, 100%, you always need a super sharp knife.
I think as well, like, I mean, when I do it sometimes, I don't actually cut it all in one. Like, you can always
I
stop.
don't do that.
Like,
some people can just sort of like go around the whole image and do the whole thing in one. But sometimes doing it in little sections works better. So like with the lady here that Rachel's cut out, I would have probably done around her dress in one cut, and then I would have lifted my blade, turned the paper, and then done like around her arm. So always turn the paper as well, because that's a good way to make sure that you're going to get a nice cut, because you can move the paper, but you can't move your hand in crazy ways, so you have to be quite careful.
I think actually I'm going to stick this onto the card first and then trim it down. So we're just going to stick some double-sided tape.
Lynn Gibbs is calling you a fussy cut demon, Rachel.
A fussy cut demon.
I love that.
You have good fussy cutting skills. You are super, super fast.
Thank you. I like doing stamping stuff. So, and I like to cut round the stamps. So I think that's where I've got it from. Right. So we're just going to turn that over, and I'm just going to use my craft knife just to trim that a little bit down. And then we're going to go to our toppers.
It looks
So
cool.
I'm going to take this one out. I think this one will fit in nicely.
Yeah,
Up there.
it'll fit nicely in that top corner.
Definitely. So we're just I'm going to just take the inner topper.
I like how you've made that stepper and how she looks like she's sat on the ledge.
Yeah, she does.
But with
she looks so she's
with it
meant to
being
be
on a
there.
stepper card, it just gives it so much more sort of like dimension.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Right. So we're just going to use some foam pads. They're going to fit.
There's lots of people suggesting things that they would like to see, which is nice as well.
Oh.
And we've got some lots of crazy things. Someone said dinosaurs before.
Oh yeah.
Then
I
we've
like
got
that.
farming. Oh well.
Farming.
You might your luck might just be in with that farming one. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled. But you may see something quite shortly that has that type of a theme in.
I have no idea what you're on about. So I might have to
you
look
won't
out
have
for this.
seen it. You won't
No.
have seen it. Yeah, I've been in some planning emails, so I've got a little sneak peek, I'll show you Rach after. It's
Definitely.
really fun. Jan says, can you paint using water brushes on Ink Me card, or do you have to use watercolour card? You can use Ink Me card if you are using your inks as sort of like paints. You can use that on Ink Me card because it doesn't necessarily hold water very well. You may see sort of like warping in the paper where you wouldn't with watercolour card, because obviously watercolour card has been developed to hold water really well, but you can still use your water brushes on Ink Me. I use it all the time when I'm colouring in stamped images.
So I've just stuck the frame on. I've used some, I don't know the inch, is it 1 inch and 2 inch for the foam pads now?
Which ones are you using?
The little squares, I think. So we've got ones that are thinner than the other ones.
We've got ones that are thinner, so we do 2 inch, I think it's 2 millimetres and 1 millimetre. So we've got thinner ones.
Yeah, so for the border I've put 1 inch.
And they're
1 millimetre.
super thin, those ones,
They
aren't they?
are
They're
so
good,
thin. And then I've got the thicker ones for the inner topper. And then we'll just stick our sentiment up there. And then I'm going to find, we've got some gems. Let's have a look at our gems just to finish it off. So we've got some pearl gems, and I'm going to use that one. So we're going to stick these at the bottom. Oh. And then we will be done. Can get that one off. Right, and there we go.
I love that. It's so cute. She looks so nice just sat there chilling, having a drink, seeing what's going on.
She's like looking over at these two.
It's definitely a really nice way of using that cardstock. It works perfectly like that. So that is our Deco Wonder Deluxe Craft Pad. Next up, we've got Horse and Country. Again, this is $11.99 if you want to get it on its own. This one is on Matte-tastic. So the Deco Wonder, I forgot to say, is on our Adorable Scribble, but this one is on our beautiful Matte-tastic cardstock. Again, it's all foiled and accent foiled, as you would expect, but it has these beautiful horse images on. You've got this one's really nice here.
I love
with
that.
the girl
It's so
on here,
cute.
and I just like the rustic feel, the patterns that you've got in here. It's really, really nice. It's kind of like a burlaps. Then you've got the amazing, this is like the Black Beauty image for sure.
Yeah.
You've got the horses running through the field. You've got border strips in here. You've got some sentiments in here as well. This one also with those tags. If you wanted to make gift boxes to put things in. Then onto your foiled cardstock, you've got 4 of these. But the accent foiling on this, oh my gosh.
It is really nice.
That border is beautiful. Then we've got this lovely one with the really nice large image at the bottom and the border strip, and then this one is just so nice. It's like a really, it's like a lace detail, but with like a burlaps finish. It's really pretty. And then these borders with the little hoofs in. It's so nice. The detail that you get in here is lovely. Then you've got your plain cardstock. So this one again is going to be wonderful for sort of like your DL cards, or if you've made cards and you've got your cardstock left over, the image can just work on its own to fill up that space. There's so many lovely textures in here.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. And then the little horses with his baby horse. And then your inserts, which again coordinate with all of those beautiful topper collections. And you can cut these down, you can use these in bigger cards. As always, and with every single pad, we have the layouts for you. So if you're someone who likes to make sure that everything coordinates as the team here planned it to, we have that little layout for you to follow, so you can see there what goes together. But $11.99 for each of these pads. They're really sort of like good essential pads to have in your craft stash. But this is the Horse and Country one. If you want to get all three, you can do that, and it's going to be great because you are going to be saving $11.99. So basically 3 for the price of 2. It's amazing. So head online to Hunky Do Crafts, have a little look around, and maybe pick these up. But let's head over to Rachel and see what she's going to do with this one.
Right, so with this one, I'm going to use, so I've got a 6x6 card. I'm doing all square cards today, I've just realised.
Everyone loves a square, don't worry.
We love squares, it's fine. Right, so I'm going to use, I think, is it this one? I'm just going to check on the back. No, it's this one, because there's 2 square ones in here. So I want to make sure that I've got the one that actually coordinates with the card that I want to use.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I'm going to use this one, and we'll take out some of the sentiments in a bit. I'm just going to get this card out. So I'm going to use the printed one that goes with it. So first of all, I'm going to just cut this down to 2 notches below 6, and then we've got room for a little gold border. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to make a little aperture card.
Oh, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, but I absolutely
a little
love
bit
doing
different
aperture cards. So I'm just going to take the outer frame off. I'm going to get some thin double-sided tape.
Oh, this is a good question.
Ooh.
Jackie said, do you have to get all 3, or can you pick 2 of the same, please? I'm pretty sure that if the offer is going to come up, is it separate, Emily? Emily's going to have a look for you, because I think they are on.
You get them 2 for $19.98.
Ooh.
So they're on a multi-buy where you get all 3 of the different pads, but you can also get 2 for $19.98. So if it's just 2 of a specific one that you want, you can do that offer, and you can put 2 in your basket. You could give it a try, because sometimes our website will allow you to do sneaky things that you didn't think they could. So you could give it a try and put 3 different ones in your basket and see if they pop up. I'm not saying that it will work, so don't hold me to it. Don't be ringing customer service saying Natalie said
this.
I'm telling you, it might just be a sneaky little trick that you can try. But head on over to the website and just give it a go. See if it works.
It's always worth a try.
I know. Emily's going to see if she can see if it will work or not. But you can get them on a 2 for $19.98. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that.
So I'm just going to, so I've just stuck the border on. I stuck it to more the bottom right, because we actually have a frame, a border strip on this that I want to use as well. So I'm just going to take that
look
out.
at that. I really like doing that, you know.
Yeah, and me.
I think
it's so satisfying.
Sometimes people, when you think of aperture cards, you think of you getting your dies out, using your dies, but actually you don't need to have your dies. You can just stick your border frames to your cardstock and then fussy cut it, and you can create really pretty apertures like Rachel's done here as well.
And then,
She's going
the
to
gold.
Are you going to do something super tricky?
I'm going to actually just, so what I normally do is just cut like the middle part out.
Okay.
So then when you stick the card on top of it, you don't have to.
And you've got your gold mirror, I guess,
round.
sort of like
yeah,
hidden.
That's it.
And you don't have to be super careful with this because you're going to hide it, I'm guessing.
Yep, that's it. I think I've cut
all the
enough.
tricks today, Rach.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there you go. So then you don't have to double cut it as well. So we're just going to stick some double-sided tape onto this. I'm going to stick it so it's as close to the edge as possible so then it actually picks up on that gold mirror.
Susan has a message to say, every time I see your trimmer, I think I really do need this. Why do you not already have this?
You do need this.
It's the best trimmer ever. It really, really is. It's so good. You can cut A3 on there. You can cut small on there. You don't have to use the extended arm if you don't want to. And those little notch things that allow you to cut your apertures or to cut your other detail, it's amazing.
It is.
You definitely
really
need to
good.
get that.
Right, so I'm just going to now stick.
Lots of
this
people
to
are
the
saying
front.
that Shelley has said you are the queen of cutting freehand.
I never actually thought I could do it any good, to be honest. Right, so I'm just going to stick that to the front of the card. And then I'm just going to get my craft knife again and then just cut that out from the card blank. And then we've got a nice window. I actually got some new blades as well for my craft knife.
Oh my gosh, it's the best thing when you get new blades.
Right. So now we've got our front. So I'm just going to take the rest. Where did I actually put that? Of my card. Oh,
It's on the other side.
Oh, I was like, oh my god, I've lost it. So I'm just going to cut this to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, just because we're using the leftover. It isn't 6, but that's fine because then we've got that.
Oh
nice
yeah, you've got that
border.
really nice clean edge there, haven't you?
And then we're just going to stick that to there. And then we can.
Oh, Jan's done some experimenting on the website, and she says that
Oh.
if you put 3 of the same in the basket, it comes to $29.97. Then you get your 5% club members discount, so it does bring it down.
That's a really good idea, that. So then if you just want the one.
So if you just want to have those ones, you can do that.
Right, so I'm just going to stick my inner topper down now. And then we're just going to decorate it with some sentiments and some other stuff.
I really like how you've sort of crossed over the 2 green bits in the frame there.
Yes, and you've still got that detail on the other side as well. So I'm just going to cut this border off. So there's a border that says on your birthday with love. So we're going to stick that to the top. So I'm going to take my thin double-sided tape and then.
We've got another question, Rach.
Ooh, wonderful.
Viv says, is it better to cut into a self-healing mat or a glass mat?
Definitely self-healing.
Do you think so?
I think with your glass mat, when I used to do it, the blade, because they're very pointy, and it normally
you get
blunts them.
The end will sort of like blunt off, won't it? I would say self-healing mat. Mainly because I hate the noise that it makes.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't feel
It makes like
nice.
a really squeaky noise when you do it. So that's why I would say self-healing mat. But the choice is up to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Each crafter is different. Each crafter has their own way, and that's why it's so nice to see, you know, how different people do different things with their kits, because you see what people make, so it's very nice.
So I just had a sentiment on, but I've just took it off because then I realised that it said thank you, but the border strip says happy birthday.
Thank you, it's your birthday.
Thank you for being born. So we're going to change it to that one. And
Next time it's your birthday, I'm making you a card that says thank you for
you.
being born.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh dear. And then, so now I've just got some green ribbon. I'm just going to make a bow with that. And then that is going to go on there.
Amanda Speller has said that she received her bunny special day kit on Monday. She had to buy 2 as it was amazing value, but it's so cute.
It
that
is
she doesn't want
so
to put
cute.
into it.
Oh, it is really
It's
cute.
just the cutest little thing you've ever seen. I would maybe just cut into one, and then you've always got the other one just to look at for a little while.
You definitely
And then maybe
just have
next
to look at
year
it.
you might want to use it again.
I was really gutted because that's like the last of the acorn woods that we're actually doing as well.
I know.
Like,
I
no.
know. It was very, very cute collection.
Right, so you just put that bow
I
on
love that. That's so
Thank
cute,
you.
Rachel. And a really nice way of showing how you can create your Aperture cards if you don't have dies, by utilising those toppers, and a little sneaky tip on saving your mirror as well.
Definitely, and then
little
you've
sneaky
got the
tips.
cutout as well.
You can use all of that. So that was your Horse and Country Deluxe Craft Pad. We've got so many pads at the moment, and I have literally been having conversations with people talking about one, and I actually mean the other. So bear with me because it's been a struggle. But finally, we have our Lilac Dreams. Now this one, Lilac Moments.
Lilac Dreams.
Lilac Moments. I'm sure we had another one that was purple that was
we did.
Dreams, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just too much stuff in my brain. Can't get it right. It's our Lilac Moments craft pad. This one again is on Matastic, just like the original collection, but it's in this beautiful pad form. The foiling on this one is a little bit special. If you can see it there, it is that beautiful lilac foiling, which we loved when we brought this collection to you. This one again was something that sold out crazy. It went so well. So you can see here, this is what we would call sort of like a special finish collection, because it has that different touch to it. It's not gold, it's not silver. We have got some beautiful lilac foiling that runs throughout this. This one is a good one for Mother's Day actually, with the beautiful flowers, the lovely colours that you have in here, and the images. Some beautiful frames and accent foiling throughout that you have here. You've got some really nice patterns and textures. I think this one is honestly my favourite image, this little bike.
I love the border on it as well. The little
It's
dotting.
so nice.
It's so lovely.
I need to get some flowers that match my bike for when I go cycling. Some turquoise flowers.
You need like a little bell as well.
Need what?
A little bell on your bike.
I do need a bell. Do I have a bell? I think I do have a bell actually.
That's good.
But I hate using it. I always feel really rude. But then when I'm walking and people are on their bikes and they don't use their bell, I'm like, you have a bell! Then we have the beautiful birdhouse and watering can on this one. And the border strip again, which says birthday wishes. Some of the sentiments are where flowers bloom, so does hope.
Aww,
that's lovely.
that is
Thank you so much to a special friend, with love. There's absolutely loads. Then, we move on to the beautiful foil cardstock. Oh, so nice in the purple. So you've got that one with your border strips. You've got this one that has, can you see it when I'm just moving the cardstock? Those butterflies that are just like hidden in there, that shine away. With this one, again, some more really nice accent foiling on this butterfly image here and on the border strip at the top. Then you have this really nice wood texture with the polka dots, and then the foiled polka dots at the bottom in that image. It's so fun. Our plain cardstock you've got, let's see, we'll do it this way this time. So then you can see you've got that beautiful flower image on the bottom. You've got the watering can with the really nice borders on the top and bottom. Oh, this one has some beautiful lace detailing. See, this is something I would want to fussy cut, but then once I start it, I'm like,
nah.
this is going to take forever. But it's really pretty. Really, really pretty indeed.
Oh,
then
yeah,
we've got the wonderful dream catcher with the feathers. It's lovely. And then all of your coordinating inserts to go with your pad. So you can buy these, you can buy them individually, you can buy 2 of them. If just one of them catches your eye, you can get them on an amazing 2 for $19.98, or you can get all 3 pads. So let's bring them back in so you can see. You can get all 3 of them, the Deco Wonder, Horse and Country, and the Lilac Moments, all for $23.98, which means you're going to save $11.99, which is the price of 1 pad. So basically, you're going to pay for 2, but you're going to get 3 home. It's the best way to do this deal. So head over to Hunky Dory Crafts, have a look online, see what you want to do, what works for you. But I would definitely be getting these because they're so essential. And when you put them all together, this is how much space they're going to be taking on
They're
your...
really satisfying.
It's great, isn't it? This is how
great.
much space they're going to be taking up on your bookshelf. I've just got a cookbook at home, a new cookbook. It's amazing.
Oh, I see. I saw that.
It's so good.
It did look really good.
Han's got it as well, who is on our marketing team. But my cookbook is bigger than this. So my cookbook is going to take up more space than these 3 pads. So they're just incredible. They're so versatile. They're really fun. You've got full collections in here as well. So you're going to get sort of like the beauty of how you get with your topper sets. But let's see what Rachel's going to do with that last one.
So I'm going to do an 8x8 square card for this one. So I'm going to use this topper here. So I'm just going to take that out, and then I'm going to just move that to one side, because what I want to do is I want to cut part of the front off, but I'm just going to measure, see how much I actually need. So I think we do it there, so I need it to be like about there. So I think about 5. Oh, what am I doing? So if we do this to 3 inches off, maybe just a bit less. That's not. Let's cut 2.5 inches off the front to start with. I think, yeah, then that gives that a nice border. Perfect. And then I'm just going to move that to one side.
Tina said, how many pads are there all together? There's currently 3, Tina. The 3 that we've shown you today. Deco Wonder, Horse and Country, and our Lilac Moments.
Do you think there'd be any more of these?
I think so. Yeah. I think we'll have a look at what else we could do in this way. Someone commented before to say it would be quite nice to have parchment in here as well. Ooh, so maybe that'd be a good idea. In the next ones we could do some adjusting possibly.
Yeah.
And speak to Adam, see if he'll be nice to us. Let us maybe do a little bit adjusting to get some parchment in there, but we'll see.
That'd be a good idea, that you could actually like make it so it's got everything.
Oh, absolutely everything. It would get a lot more costly though.
Oh,
if
definitely,
if it had everything in, then you would be paying the price that you pay for your toppers. So that is why it is an incredible sort of value, because you're not having to pay the full amount of your toppers, but you're still getting everything that you need in there, all the essentials.
So I've just got some purple matte card that matches the topper, and I've cut that to, so there's one that's 8x8 and then there's one that's 5.5x8. So I'm just going to flick through. I'm going to use this one, and I might have to use the printed card as well. I think, is it that one? I'm just going to check on the back. Oh, no, it's the other one. It's that one, but I'm going to actually use
You can use
this
whichever one. You can use whichever one you like.
Really going to use a little bit of that, so there'll be enough left over for the other page. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to turn this so it's on the side.
So your flowers are going sort of like up the side of your card.
So we can still see the flowers, all of them, when we close the card. So I'm just going to cut that down. So that's going to go on the inside part.
And you're just using some
We've got
Matastic.
Yeah. Rich velvet, I think.
I think you're
something
correct.
like that. I'm doing good. I'm on a ball today. I'm on a roll.
You're doing good. There's so many different names. There really is.
So sometimes I just make them up in my head.
It's quite crazy sometimes trying to remember them all.
Alright, so I'm just going to stick that down on there. And then we've got our smaller piece which is going to go on the front. So I'm just going to cut this down as well.
You've got so much of that cardstock left over if you wanted to keep using it too.
There is loads left. So I don't want to cut. I want it to be kind of even on each side. So we're just going to take a little bit off the one side. Oh, perfect. And then a little bit off the other side.
I would genuinely spend ages just trimming those
so
down
that
there. So it's
perfect.
like even. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to take one notch off this side and then turn it off, and then I'll take another notch off this side.
Oh, now I need to take it off this side. Now I need to get a different size card blank. Right. So it's going to stick that to the purple Matastic as well. And then we'll stick them to our card. And I'm going to put an insert on this one as well because I haven't actually put an insert on the other cards. I keep on thinking, right, remember the insert.
I know, you've got so many. You've got like 8 in there.
Alright, so we'll stick our front. And then, and then we'll stick the other piece inside. And then we'll start to decorate the card. And then the insert, I'm going to just stick onto the back. Alright, so that's our card so far. So I want to stick this there, but you've got a little gap there, so I'm just going to cover it with a sentiment. I'm hoping that it fits. Yep, just about. So we've got to someone very special. Oh, and then the border says, "You make my heart smile."
That's cute.
That is so
That is a very, very cute.
And I'm just going to take this inner frame out of the topper. I'm not going to use that. So I want that to be in the middle. I don't actually think I need a sentiment on that side. So with my border, I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on it. So I'm going to use the thin tape, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit off. So then it will fit on the whole length of the card. So I'm just going to stick this bit to the top. Oh, if I can stick it straight, that would work. There you go. And then I've got this little piece here to just stick at the bottom.
I love doing this. I think sometimes you can totally sort of, you just cut your border strip down and you think, oh, this is not going to fit. But there's like, so many sneaky little tips and tricks you can do to sort of like extend them. And this is definitely one of them.
Definitely, and you would never know.
No one will ever know because you're going to cover it with something.
So we're just going to stick this on with foam pads. So we've just got some of the little squares. I'm going to stick it right in the middle of that to cover it. And then we're just going to do our front. So the outer border I'm going to stick down with double-sided tape. So we'll just put a little bit on that.
maybe if you in our, I think, was it Super Savers or maybe Pound shop in January, we did like an assortment of foiled acetate. Maybe if you bought that when we did that show, you could always add that to your craft pads as well, because even though these don't come with acetate,
that's
and
a good
things,
idea though.
everyone always has stuff in their stash or stuff that they've
That
had
matches.
from other collections or things that they buy during Super Savers, so you can really make use of all the little bits and pieces. Maybe you've got coloured parchment that we launched at the beginning of the year. You could use that on here because there's beautiful pinks and purples in there. You can really sort of use these alongside stuff you have in your stash, and I think that's when you're going to get the most out of them. But they're just so beautiful.
Yeah, especially like a kit like this where it's just, it's got quite a lot of flowers and butterflies. There is quite a lot of flowers and butterfly stuff that you can
definitely mix and match with it.
So I'm just going to get some gems. So we've got our lovely purple pearl gems, and I'm going to use the dark one. I'm just going to stick these just there, and then we'll put our sentiment, our insert on the back. So I'll put 3 there. And I'm just going to turn to the why do I keep on calling these sentiments? To the inserts. And I'm just going to take the one that matches out and move my card to one side. And then, so I'm going to cut this down to 7 3/4, and I'm going to just cut a little bit off this side, because same as the foil card, I want to make sure that it is there or about the same on each side. And because we're sticking it to the back, I'm going to stick tape on both sides and both corners, top and bottom. Stick it all the way down, and then so that's, and stick that on. There we go.
It's so good, isn't it? I love that. You've made some really different cards today, Rach. Each one of them had different sort of like things that you could do with your cardstock, and maybe things that people don't think about. So I really like them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
No problem.
So absolutely beautiful demos there. So a couple of reminders. Our Win It Weekly competition. We do it every single week. This week you could win 4 beautiful stamp sets. I'll show you through them. You've got lilies, hydrangeas, roses. I'm not sure what the last one is. What's this one? Oh, violets as well. You have 4 beautiful stamp sets up for grabs. All you have to do is like, share, comment on this video with what is the symbolic colour of Lent. A, red, B, violet, or C, gold. So let us know. There's some things coming up this week. So we have another show on Create and Craft today with Pauline at 4:30. She's going to be going through these craft pads again. So if you want more inspiration on what you can be doing when you get them at home, definitely tune in to see that show at 4:30. We're going to add our ombre ink pads, which I think are just hidden here, into our rollover box. So that is going to be added in, and I really hope someone wins that soon, because it is jam-packed full.
It is so full.
I need a bigger box.
We do need to get a bigger box. It is very full. And then next up on Hunky Dory TV, tune in on Friday for our Thank Craft It's Friday show. I'm not sure what's on that show. Oh, it's something really exciting.
Yeah.
You have to tune in on Friday. You're gonna not want to miss out. It's a very good show. But thank you for joining us today. It's been lots of fun showing you through our new Deluxe Craft Pads. Thank you to Emily for being here and making sure everything ran smoothly, and for Rachel for her beautiful demos. We will see you all again on Friday.
Bye.